The new Epic Legends season has introduced a lot of changes, including the new Legend Newcastle, map changes, balancing changes, and most importantly, a big overhaul on the ranked system. At the start, the ranked changes seemed innocent and didn't raise much else than excitement from the Apex Legends community. Some skeptics were wondering why Respawn wasn't revealing the specifics about the system, but those were overwhelmed by the loud praise. Fast forward to Tuesday, the 11th of May, patch day. Players logged in and instantly noticed that they were reset a lot lower than initially expected. Normally, a Masters player would get demoted into Platinum 2 and then grind back to Master in a matter of days, but now Masters were reset to Gold 2, and obviously players who were ranked lower than Masters were lower as well. That's because a ranked soft reset didn't reset to a specific rank like expected. Instead, it reset to the specific amount of RP that would make Platinum 2 in the past. But because Respawn changed how much RP is needed per ranked by a pretty significant amount, the 6,800 RP that normally would put you in Platinum 2 now only gets you as far as Gold 2. We don't know exactly how the matchmaking works this season, but going off the enemies that I saw in the start of the season, such as like bronzes, silvers alongside golds, we're inclined to believe it works about the same, where the matchmaker tries to put players around the same tier together, meaning that predators were reset to gold and now get to stomp players as low as bronze. This is obviously not the most competitive, and I would imagine that the players who get stomped by the full predator squads got annoyed with the system early on. A few hours into the new season, screenshots started circulating around the Apex community, showing players who got several kills all the way up to 10 kill points but still made negative RP. Commenters were understandably upset, and the focus instantly turned on Respawn, who refused to explain specifically how these numbers were calculated, claiming that it would be too complicated. What we know for the patch note is that kill points are calculated in the following way. Your kills are estimated based on what placement you finish on, meaning we still have a multiplier system. If you get a kill and finish in the top 14 to 20, that kill is worth 1 RP. As you progress in placement, the kill increases in value, and if you win, that same kill will be worth 25 RP. Kills are worth less or more depending on what rank you were killing. It has been adjusted from the kill tier differences of last season, but it is still a factor, where a kill on a player 3 tiers below you is only worth 30% of your kill point, and if you kill a player that's 3 tiers above you, it's worth 200%. And finally, they removed the kill cap, but they made kill points decrease per kill that you get, essentially giving your team a chance to collect hundreds of RP as a reward for wiping the entire lobby. But they didn't present the numbers for this, and I personally assume that a kill will be worth, let's say, 10 points and then decrease 1 or a few points for every kill that you got. But after being pressed, Respawn developers said that explaining the specific numbers would be too complicated, so we never got a full explanation on what to expect in the new season. And when the patch finally came around, people aren't being rewarded as they thought, and boy are people angry. If you aren't one of those people and like the changes, make sure to hit that like button. If you don't like the changes, let me know in the comments. I will make sure to read as many as possible. Finally, Respawn developer XJr came out with an explanation simplifying the numbers for us Apex gamers to understand, explaining that the first 3 kills are worth roughly 100% of RP, the next 3 are worth around 80% of the RP, and any kill after that is worth roughly 20% of the RP. Technically removing the kill cap, but making pushing for kills past 6 points not really worth the risk. A fun fact is also that the soft RP cap means that you will get less RP for 7 kills in this season compared to the previous one, which also had a kill cap of 7, making kills less valuable and meaning that your priority should be position over chasing kills. There are a few things at play here. Since kills aren't really worth anything before top 14, a lot of players have been pushing aggressive fights and getting high kills with low placement, meaning they don't get a lot of points. This effect has been exacerbated by kills getting hamstrung past the 6th kill point, and of course the mixed lobbies with bronzes and platinums lead to platinum players only getting 30% of a kill if they kill bronze players. So in conclusion, it's harder to get early kill points and break even with your RP from mindlessly aping, but the kill cap is about the same as before. But placement seems to be worth a lot more than kills, especially before the top 10 mark, which I have previously called the kill RP sweet spot. I'm going to be honest here, and at the risk of making a lot of irritated people a lot more angry, I think it's good. I think ranked actually being a representation of overall game skill rather than W key fist is a good thing. I love the ranked we're currently seeing in plat all the way through diamond and predator lobbies, because ranked is closer to tournament lobbies than public matches. It is no secret that ranked used to be pro players basically pub stomping ranked lobbies. There's no incentive to take early fights and ape teams. The system has a good balance to reward the teams that play positioning, rotations, and take smart fights rather than the ones that ape to get a trickle of RP every game. In addition to that, the introduction of ranked emotion means that no matter what, you can lose your rank. So everyone who plays ranked knows there are consequences for their actions. Also, I just want to add really quickly, a lot of people say that, oh, the system is rewarding ratting. It's not. If you rat, I'm not going to go into a full explanation why that doesn't work, but long story short, if you rat, you won't get RP because you don't get positioning and you don't get kills, and you just will not help. The one thing I don't appreciate is how much of a hit solo queue is currently taking. It is really hard to stay competitive playing solo against full pre-made teams tryharding, and that's been a problem since the start of the game. Lots of players get quote-unquote hard stuck masters that just feed games, do nothing, or even throw their own games from just not having the skill. Keep in mind that it will take time for the hard stucks to lose their RP and go back down to where they actually belong. It could take a few days, a few weeks, or even a few seasons. Keep in mind that changes like this does not happen overnight. Contrary to popular belief, I think that the rank system will in essence make solo queuing more viable, since your randoms have worked their way to earn that spot and they know that there are consequences. Gone are the days where someone hard stuck at the bottom of a tier through everyone else's game just because there wasn't anything to lose and they felt like it. Respawn has made a drastic pull towards competitive ranked instead of public matches, you know, not serious ranked, and it will make casuals angry. I've seen countless comments about how Master no longer is attainable for people with real jobs. And the correction here is, if you have a real job, you probably don't have the time to get better and play at a Master level, and that's fine. You're just actually placing in the rank you deserve instead of getting a free boost from a system that rewards playtime over skill. And the players that put down insane amount of hours are currently being rewarded with half-an-hour queues in predator lobbies. So it evens out. I want to believe they made it incredibly complicated to understand, so it would be harder for the casual Apex player to realize that the ranked experience was going to change. I still think this change was a change for the better, since ranked and pubs essentially were the same thing in the last 11 seasons. And now there's finally a reason to grind, with ranked hopefully actually meaning something. I still would prefer if the system was a lot cleaner and closer to the tournament format with static points, but I guess I want to keep it inaccessible for the casuals to understand and then get frustrated with. I also think that grinding will take a lot longer because of the system. Not that it's a bad thing, but it probably will take quite a lot longer to get to the rank that you deserve. Another benefit of having rank leaning towards competitive is that pros, streamers, and content creators finally will start earning respect with the casual community, leading to more ranked views, more tournament views, and just making a living off of being a skilled Apex player more viable. We are 3 years into competitive Apex, and there's plenty of pros who have been grinding every single day only to have 1 to 5 viewers when they turn the stream on. By the way, check out my stream over twitch.tv/Ottr. Whenever I go live, I try to grind ranked. The lack of ranked and competitive integrity from the design of the game has put pros in a bad light, and this might even be enough to revitalize esports. There's a clear road to pro from ranked, to scrims, to the ALGS, and I'm all for it. Speaking of pros and streamers, Respawn actually announced that they've been running these changes through pros, so it makes sense that we get such a nicely refined system. Huge props to Respawn for listening to the pros on this. It's not necessarily a good idea to blindly listen to them about every subject, but when it comes to ranked, the input obviously has been huge. Another change I'm super happy about is the cost increase in Predator. If you miss what this means, is that for every 1000 RP you get in Master Plus lobbies, the entry fee will increase by 5 RP up to a total of 175 points. This creates a soft cap on how hard you can grind and actually means that there's less incentive to play for 18 hours straight a day to get a high rank. While yes, you'll benefit from putting more hours in, you probably can't bring your A game, and when the fees are so high, you need to play perfectly if you want to continue gaining RP. Redditor Troublegum made the math and found that a master player over 35,000 points needs to get top 3 with many kills just to break even, or winning with 1 kill. He showed all the math he did in this spreadsheet, which I've linked in the description. The one problem I have with this is that once you get really close to the top of about 35,000 RP, there's nothing holding you back from simply never touching ranked again, just so you don't risk losing it. In my previous video introducing ideas for how they can improve ranked, decay was one of them. Hopefully the developers will see the problem and fix this for the next season. I would also love to see something like an official leaderboard, maybe even with some cool rewards for Predators this season. I'm sure there will be a lot of clout of being a high-ranked Predator this season, and especially as the game continues to evolve, but I'd love to see actual IRL rewards for getting there too. Get us a leaderboard in-game so that the RP gains can be followed and the grinders on the top can get rewarded, maybe send out merch or other cool gifts to milestone Predators, like in League of Legends, where they send out jackets to challengers. All in all, I am super happy about these rank changes because they actually provide some good incentive incentive to start grinding and taking ranked more seriously. We're actually playing in ranked as a team and practicing, getting better practice than many scrim blocks that we previously played in. It's likely that the tryhardness will wean off later in the season, but I still think it will end up being a lot more competitive than ranked has been for the last few years. Thank you so much for listening to this video. I'm curious to hear your takes in the comments. If you guys wanted to see my suggestions for the rank changes for the season, I have put that video on the screen for you to check out. Thank you again, and I'll see you all tomorrow.